Good day, my friend. I am Dr. Mari Castle. This is the Goddess Breath YouTube channel, and I am excited to be continuing with this Breathwork and Somatic Imagery series. Thank you for joining. If you are new, checking in this particular part of the series, I have two earlier ones that have to do with the energy body. And that's what we're going to be talking about, not all throughout these episodes, but connecting the energy body to the aspects of what can be considered our development, psycho-spiritual development, and that we are working with either being with where we're at in the energy body or with wanting to move or transform some part of the energy body. And also physically as well. It can be very healing. And that is the point of the Goddess Breath channel that I'm offering, and the services that I offer as well, is working with what we can utilize as resources for our own inner growth and to tap into our inner healing wisdom. We all have the capacity to check in, to go in our mental, part of our brain that has all the knowledge. And the goddess breath is about healing from within. So I'm excited to jump right into this theme for this episode. And what I'm offering today has to do with the energy center. That's the solar plexus chakra energy. And it's right here. It's right here, just below the diaphragm. I'm wearing this very sparkly top because the solar plexus is the energy of the sun, that golden light, that rays, that energy that just shines forth and carries and also like a fire element. So it's really about showing up in the brilliance of who you are. From a developmental perspective, it has to do with the part or time in your life when you're really coming to knowing who you are, or people say living your purpose, maybe living on purpose. You come to some inner recognition that this is you and showing up in all that you are. Now, I'm excited because when I realized just in the last 24 hours that I was going to recording this session, I recognized that there are some energies going on in the cosmic realm, namely Mars and also Mercury, but Mars relating to the planet Neptune this week, and then Saturn next week. So what does that mean if you don't know any of this? And I apologize for any lingo that you may not understand based on me just rolling it out, and hopefully you can understand at least my conceptual language without any of the knowing of what the chakra energy is or even the planets, like I'm saying. But that connection of our solar plexus chakra energy with the sun, the elements of the sun and fire and just like the big golden shining light that we carry within us, related to Mars, is amplified. So it's now more than any time. And there'll be other times, but not too often will Mars sweep over Neptune the way that it is in this house of what is Aries. And Aries, we know Aries, the power warrior, right? Uh, the in his power and recognizing the the basics of why power is so important, not having to do with greed and power hungry mindset, but being empowered. In a sense, our sovereignty, being in control of our actions, and also moving forward in this way that we want to be clear, not only within ourselves of who we are and show up that way, but also our expression to others. So it's very multi-dimensional in this way. From a standpoint of going within and checking in there on that energy, your energy of the solar plexus chakra, and as it's amplified with Mars, because this is Mars is very action oriented. Mars is like that thrust. You think we had the rockets go off and then also come back, and there's that fire from the thrust, right? So it's thinking of that energy, and that is powerful. So it's very exciting. Neptune allows this expansion, almost as if I've got this. I can do this. And there's nothing holding you back. You're moving forward, and that's what's happening. You are bringing it to the forefront and showing up for yourself. I could say a lot more about that. However, I just want to get into the practice, a little bit of a breathing practice. I think this is what helps mostly with the intention of this series, is that we're connecting these concepts, this energy, and then also our going within in our body, not just in our mind, but somatically in our body. So I thought, well, we definitely don't need to do the fire breath at this time, which is something that I would generally recommend for the solar plexus chakra to stimulate that. But I feel like with the Mars energy that's happening for everybody right now, that we've got a lot of stimulation, hopefully in a very positive way, and hopefully in a very healthy way for you. And that can show up differently for everybody. Maybe healthy for you is being a little more assertive, maybe being a little more into your not uh, having boundaries and not letting people cross those boundaries that will tap you, but having the healthy boundaries where you know what's going to keep you feeling balanced and your nervous system regulated. So, with that said, I'm not going to walk you through the fire breath, although it's very similar. And this just has to do with the fire breath breathes in and out through the nostrils. So, the fire breath is very fast and it's pumping. The pump is in the diaphragm or the upper abdomen, even. But here, I'd like to just do a nice slow inhale, exhale. That sort of balances that energy. It's the same idea. There has to be some control there because it's not that easy to breathe in and out through the nose. Yet then it allows you to feel and control. So let's go there. Let's do this for about 2 minutes. See how far we get with that. I want you to stay with that. I'm going to talk through a little bit. So you're just basically breathing in through the nose and exhaling through the nose. And feeling maybe the energy in your body just right around your torso here. Or I mean your the mid torso, your rib cage, this area. Just noticing that movement there. As you're breathing in and out through the nose. Checking in on how you feel. And thinking of your energy. Where is your energy at lately? Are you feeling very energetic? Have you been feeling tired? However it is, thinking about the element of fire, and what fire does. Fire burns away what we no longer need, or what is not needed will burn away in a fire. What doesn't have sustenance is what I mean, right? What think of paper, glitters, and then strong solid wood takes a while to burn. So where in your life can you see yourself staying with the breath? Please stay with the breath, but burning away what is no longer needed, just allowing it to lift up. And then I'm trying to stay with the breath here myself, thinking about if you were to paint a picture of your ideal self and how you're seeing what you're doing and who you're with and your life, living the dream. Or what fulfills you? What does that look like? It's kind of like having the spotlight on you. Staying with the breath, just thinking of this as I'm talking. It's comfortable to close your eyes. I should have said that in the beginning, but yeah, that's what is the spotlight want to be shown on, and that the rest of it can just disintegrate. It's not necessary to hold on to, but there's this part of you that really wants to be seen for the authenticity, for the genuosity, for the truth, for what you feel you bring to humanity or your small circle of family and friends. Just thinking of the sun, identity of who you are, shining brightly, reaching your full potential. I'm just seeing how you feel in your body when you think of that. What comes to mind? Notice your thoughts. Are they trying to keep you limited? Or can you reframe those thoughts in a way that allows for that full expression of who you are? Again, breathing in there. It's been longer than 2 minutes. And just giving yourself that grace to imagine and to feel it in your body of being in the mindset, but also the feeling sense in your body through this part, through that energy, middle of your body, that energy that just can expand. And think of this energy expanding as your aura and all around. What would be your frequency of the solar plexus chakra? Is it just emanating, or are you keeping it a little in the lowdown? And why? It's okay if you need to just kind of preserve and keep your energy contained, is totally okay. It's the difference of knowing what it is and how you feel in that expression. And also giving yourself the grace, the acceptance, this is what I need right now. I can go be an extrovert later, but still be in your full potential as a writer or as somebody that does work very intimately with people even. Let's take a nice breath and exhale. Do that with me 3 times. Nice sigh. Always good to do a nice physiological sigh. Just recognizing again that it's all about paying attention to awareness. And you may be asking, what is the Jungian concept here? Why does she talk about this as Jungian philosophy, Jungian psychology? It's because that understanding of Jung's main, or one of his main concepts, is working with archetypes. It's symbols. It's something external outside of yourself that you can then connect and resonate within and understand better about yourself. So we think of the solar plexus, the sun, that big energy, that ability to really show up for who we are as we are, and every time is different. Every day is different, but as we need. And Jung also talks about like the action-oriented principles, and the this energy relating to Mars, like I stated, and the sun is more on the masculine aspect of energy. I'm not talking about energy that you have. Do you feel more energy one day than the other? I'm talking about the energy of your body that we exist in every day, that we can't see. We can feel it if we're in tune. So that aspect, Jungian's aspect, we need that energy, that impulse, that thrust forward, that movement, that trajectory. And this is part of that. So thank you for listening. I hope that was meaningful, or you understood something to help you in your own process, your own journey. I will be talking next week about the heart center, one of my favorites, and very excited to share about that. And I want to just mention that I also do holotropic breathwork workshops in St. Petersburg, Florida. I have one coming up just in a couple of days. I'm excited to host that. I host them every couple of months. And they're usually on my website, thegoddessbreath.com, listed under events and retreats. I'll have the link there in the notes below. And if you're enjoying this, please subscribe. I would love it to have you with me on this series. Also, I talk a lot about Jungian concepts in my other episodes, and the goddess breath, the goddess, has to do with healing within, like I was saying. But that is part of the Jungian aspect of individuation. It's going within to really have self-discovery, self-knowledge, self-understanding, to be able to sit with an open heart and know all of what you're feeling, recognizing that we're human and that we're whole. It's all okay. So, thank you for being here with me, and I hope you have a beautiful, sunshiny day, and blessings and peace to you.